Just some domain name waffle. Just another day of domain names. Right. This week there's been a 2keyword.com, singular word.com sold. Right? It's sold for the equivalent of, it's sold for dollar price, but the UK price is £225,000. It's a website address. You can't hold the website address. It's intangible. It's digital, illiquid asset, but it's sold, and that's when it becomes a liquid asset, liquid sold price. So 2keyword.com, singular.com. I must have 20 of them. Right? I've got more than 20 of them. This one, somebody else sold. It sold for just £225,000. Right? Approximately. There's been 3 times oneword.coms, premium. Right? All the oneword.coms, most of the premium is sold out anyway. So you're buying from an investor. It's an investor's price. But if they decide they want to sell it. Right? All three of the words, there's oneword.com, another word.com, another word.com. Right? No code. They've all sold for more than £150,000 each. Right? It's been published sale, and the brokers and all that. A 3-letter. Okay, it is a premium 3-letter, and it's trendy at the moment. Apparently, it's a 3-letter.co.uk has just sold for $99,000, which is about £75,000 for a 3-letter.co.uk, which anyone can buy. You can get them off of there are collectors in the UK that buy 3-letter.co.uk's. But this is it. There is collectors, domain name investors, collectors, you can call them. But they're just buying land. It's no different to investors, property investors. They buy land to sell it on for a profit. But domain names are digital land on the internet, and people buy the land, and sell them on when they want to sell them on for a profit. It's no different. There's liquidity in the top. There's 90% of domain names. There's no liquidity at all. Most aren't worth anything. Just like UK number plates. 90% of UK number plates are worthless. But the top 10% are worth a few quid, and the top 1% are worth a fortune. Same as domain names. And the same principle applies. Unless you renew, or did used to, in UK personalised number plates, if you had a number plate on retention, you had to pay a yearly renewal fee, retention fee, and you could keep it on document, and you could change it on your car when you wanted to, as and when you wanted. And you could change your number plates around for different cars. But you had to have the retention, you had to pay a renewal fee. Domain names, you have to pay a yearly renewal fee, apart from the new blockchain domains. But there's issues, I won't say there's issues, but there's copyright. I know there's copyright and trademarks. There's also a problem. There's something in blockchain. I don't own any blockchain domains. The blockchain domains end with, and you can tell a blockchain domain. It's .bitcoin is a blockchain domain. .crypto is a blockchain domain. .coin is a blockchain domain. .nft is a blockchain domain. Obviously, all these words are copyrighted and trademarked, so I'm not sure whether that's an issue. But I'm trying to make these videos to let people know that domain name investing is a thing in 2022, and the land is running out, and there's not enough digital land on the internet to go around. And basically, for people to get more people are going on the internet or having an internet presence, and the only way you get an internet presence is either having an app, and there's millions of apps. You've only got to look at it's Dragon's Den. You look at the pictures on there, and they're all trying to find ways to get their app seen by the public, because you've got to get your app up the top of the rankings to stand out, so that people download your app, so you can make money from the ads on the app. And you've only got to play a game on an app, and they're that keen to try and get you to actually download the app and go straight to your app store to actually download it. They're desperate to make sure you download the app. That's why website addresses are better. Organic SEO in Google is better. Or you've got to have a social media page, like a YouTube page or Facebook or whatever, TikTok or whatever. But you're building your brand on somebody else's brand. Even like eBay resellers, you're building your brand on eBay. You're building your brand on Facebook. You're building your brand on YouTube, etc. When you buy a domain name, you own you own or control the domain name, as long as you keep paying renewals, as long as you don't do anything silly with it. You own your own brand, and you build your own brand on a domain name instead of actually building it on a high street where you pay a lot of rent every year. A domain name, you get a good 2keyword.com, and you're going to pay 15, 20 quid a year rent, digital rent, which it makes sense. That's domain names for you, but the top 10% of premium domains are sold out, which means to buy premium, you've got to pay from whoever owns it now. And they've got to want to accept your offer. And bear in mind, they turn down offers all day long for that premium domains that they own. So you've got to outbid whoever wants to outbid you. And you've only got to look at if you look at expired domain names, look at expireddomainnames.net. And everything that people can't afford to renew, or brands if they change your brand or rebrand or whatever, it comes through on it. There's hundreds of thousands of domains expire. People just can't afford some people just can't afford the new GTLD renewal fees. Not me. I've got my first name surnames. They're appearing expired because I can't afford the 120 quid a year to renew. But if they go through and no one buys them, I'll buy them back at a £5. But there is money. I don't make any money from domain names. None at all. But I own singular keyword. I would love a traditional auction house, not an online like GoDaddy auctions. I would love to sell my domain names at a UK auction house, a traditional auction house where you walk in and you sit down and the auction lots, and they've got the sale room website, internet from the traditional auction house. I would love to see if my domain names are worth anything being sold at a traditional auction house. But you can't sell domain names at a traditional auction house. I find a few of them that no one. You can't. They don't understand domain names. Domain names is digital land. You can sell a house at auction, traditional auction, all day long. You can sell a few acres of land at traditional auction, easy. But they don't understand. See, UK estate agents should be selling, because they sell physical land and physical houses, they should be selling digital land and digital property, which is websites and domain names. But they don't. That's how far domain names have been around for 40 odd years, and the world generally is clueless about domain names. You can't walk into any pawnbrokers in the high street and sell a domain name. They haven't got a clue. You can't go into any bank and say this is digital collateral, can I borrow against it? They ain't got a clue. But you got 2keyword.com sold for £225,000. I don't even know now what I've got. I know what I've got. I know what it's worth a few quid to me. I don't know what it's worth on the open market. I don't even know. Again, not code, even though it uses code. I don't even know what my first name. I've got 30 odd first name but surname new GTLDs. Cost me £5 each. Most people have got a fiver in the back pocket. Just find one. Go on to GoDaddy Register, GoDaddy domain name registrar, or something like that, or equivalent, or 123 Reg, or whatever you use. Try and find a first name dot surname new GTLD. They only exist in 7 surnames. When you've got to work out which 5 or 6 surnames it is, and then you've got to find them for a £5. And most of them you won't be able to find because I own them. But that's just it. Find a 5letter.com. 5letter.com for 10 quid, which you can get them for 10 quid if you're lucky. But they're all selling out. In 5 years, there won't be a 5. You can't buy 5letter.com for 10 quid. They'll be sold out. And then we'll be on to the 6letter.coms, and most of them will be sold out. This is where we are. Digital land is getting expensive, very expensive. And when you think most large companies, big national companies, they own most will own approximately 1,500 domain names plus. Approximately 1,500 to 3,000 domain names per company. Purely because of brand protection, brand defense, to defend their brand from people trying to buy a similar name to it, etc. But that's just domain names for you. It's just nice seeing what other people buy and what they sell them for. But it's domain names. Owning domain names is much more fun than owning Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just buy it. Bitcoin, you own Bitcoin. Well, when you buy a domain name, you can see who owns it after you and who owned it before you. And you get a bit of humour in domain names. There's no humour in Bitcoin. Anyway, hope this helps you. Adios. All good fun.